Yo, so I'm gonna keep a bean with y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Like my whole shit just cut off on me. So I'm gonna read. I ain't. We just gonna start from the 10 now. No, I'm just fine. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. But I do appreciate it if you did come and check out our second part to this thing, because we about to go ahead and get on to the next part of the conversation. I'm not gonna try and even remember where we left off or where we didn't get heard at. So with that being said, we're gonna go to the next topic. And the next topic is Justin Laboy and Coi Leray. Now, I know you're familiar with Coi Leray as a music artist, and I have no clue who the fuck Justin Laboy is. I'm just keeping it being with you. But I've heard he was some meme creator who got all the ladies going crazy. They love him for his pandering ways, I'm assuming.
Pandering ways?
Yeah, he made content for ladies, basically.
Oh, yeah, the juice up the women. God, yeah. Those. Oh, him.
Yeah. So, with that being said, they had a little podcast they did for Valentine's Day. It was a special for Valentine's Day. I'm introducing their newfound love for each other, introducing their new relationship, making it public.
How long? I'm sorry. How long is the relationship?
I don't know. They just announced it.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I do want to start by asking you this question. What do you think about people having public relationships? Like, what do you think about that?
At this point in my life, I feel like it really just depends on your position in life, like the type of person you are. And when I say the type of person you are, I mean like where your stance is in life. Like, are you a big public image, or are you just like a simple person that's like the girl next door, planting a garden type of thing? That's what I feel like.
I think a public relationship tends to end. They get ruined very easily. I think that once people get involved in your relationship, there's so many negative forces pulling people away and trying to divide you and having ulterior motives that it can cause certain trust issues, certain insecurities, certain temptations that weren't originally in the plans, but got thrust into the plans because now they see you with this person and they're curious to know this, and now all of a sudden they're so curious now. It's just so curious.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Another thing, last thing, in most situations, people have a lot of insecurities, and this isn't a female or male thing. It's a female trait, but it is a real thing that's going on in 2026, where there's just an all-time high of insecurities in both sides, for sure. So I think nowadays you really don't want to go public with your relationship if you can help it, unless you got a good foundation. Like, I believe our foundation is strong enough to be cool with the fact of it. However, individually, I would have to make sure that you're strong enough to deal with the backlash of certain things that might happen. Like, I might say some wild things that people in your inbox talking crazy, or you might say some wild things and people in the comments talking crazy, and we have to address those over time and this, that, and the third. But I do want to start. I want to start by playing this clip from this interview.
I want to add this on though, for sure. I definitely agree with that. It definitely depends on your position in life. I feel like you can be very secure in your mate and your person to where you will ignore comment and negative feedback from people, because you understand that people are going to say whatever. You can't please everybody, and people are going to be people. And if you got two strong people in a solid foundation, you can't break them, no matter what's being said on the outside, no matter who's tempting.
Yeah. All right, let me play this clip from this show. I was trying to get some sound check right because we over here sounding like we powered up on steroids and shit. I don't want folks to get on here and be like, oh damn, why she sound like a man? Why he sound like he? You know,
Oh my gosh.
hopefully I got it fixed, but
I gotta go harder. My girl going that hard, I gotta go even harder. You feel me?
I love you.
Cheers to that.
I'm like, who cares about me?
No, that's right. Okay, so,
Oh,
babe,
you're so sweet.
what do you say to women who want to make changes to their body?
Ladies, if you want to get a little work done, ain't nothing wrong with that. I just feel like make sure you read the fine lines. Do everything that, as long as you're healthy, do whatever you want. And that makes you happy. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in this world.
Yeah.
As long as you're healthy.
all right. So, what you think about getting work done to your body, and what would your advice be to females if they wanted to get work done to their body?
That's a tough question, honestly, and the reason why is because obviously, at some point in my life, I thought about these things as well, because we live in a lifespan and our emotions of where we want like instant gratification and we want the best body or we want to look so perfect, whether it's for other people or ourselves, because we are our worst critics as women. But at this point in my life, I strongly feel like, and that's why I have an issue with what Coi Leray says at this point, because I think she's like 28, like when we were almost 30, and you have this perspective, it's crazy. But I feel like that's not what we should do in our bodies. Like, if you're healthy, do what you want with your body. Like, you're putting your health at risk by doing the surgery, so that like doesn't make sense naturally. So it's like, no, I don't feel like we should be getting implants and getting BBLs and all this other extra stuff. Work for the body that you want. Eat better, because that's what's going to make yourself healthy. Go to the gym. That's what's going to make yourself healthy. Make healthier choices and decisions. That's what's going to make your life better. So it's like, no, I don't agree with what she's saying at all. I think she's feeding the public and feeding women and upcoming women the wrong information. No, we shouldn't be doing that. You can't, like, what man is taking you seriously? That's, I'm saying, like, you want to go get work, but no man's taking you seriously. They don't want you. They just want to have sex with you, basically. That's it. No committed relationship. And then you wonder why you're 38 and still single. No, doesn't work for me.
I'm a guy that don't like BBLs. I don't like fake titties. I like natural things. I like natural bodies. You know. I think that women can do whatever it is they want to do with their body. Obviously, I mean, if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. However, I do believe that when you do these things or when you enter them conversations, you have to understand that there is a certain stigma that comes with that. There is a certain um, type of guy that you will attract when you start to get injections in your butt and stuff like that, and get silicone boobs and lip fillers. I'm not the guy that goes for that type of thing. Like, I don't personally like that. I really don't even want to. I don't even want to hit nothing that got all that hard rock looking ass and
all that's going to attract any man, though. That's the problem.
Well, it's not going to attract any man. It's going to attract a certain type of man, because I do believe that there's a good percentage of guys that like fake BBL booties, but if you pay attention, nobody's wifing or cuffing these big BBL booties.
That's not the
Which
point.
is what I'm saying when I say, and this is the thing that women get a lot of misconstruction in, is where you think that just because a nigga want to fuck, that mean that nigga wants you. No, that nigga just want to fuck. He don't want you per se. And I think that with that being said, you have to understand, if you're wanting a certain type of man, or you want a certain type of lifestyle, or you want a certain whatever, you have to think about the decisions that you make. And if you make the decision to go get a booty lift or whatever they call this shits, then you just gonna attract that type of guy that likes that type of thing, and he not really about to wife you. And if he do wife you, that's not even the type of guy that you really like in the first place. He probably a wife for you just because he ain't never even had a female for real. Because a nigga that had a female, bro, we rather have a natural ass. We rather have natural titties. If you got long, saggy titties, I mean,
If
hey,
you had kids, that's
I
understandable.
get it. If you want to go get your junk, lift it up and do your thing, hey, no harm, no foul. But if you like 28 years old or 25 years old and you just want a bigger ass, I don't think that's the move. And if you 35 and 38 or 40 and you want to do all that and then claim you want to find your husband, I don't think you're going to find your husband like that. So I believe that if you want to do it, do it. But if you're going to do it, understand what you're getting yourself into. And that's just the flat out. I can't tell a person what to do, but I can tell a person, hey, this is what you need to expect if you do that.
Right. And you can't be mad at the negative attraction that comes from it and be like, oh, men only want this and I ain't got time for this. Well, it's whatever you're displaying.
You can't get mad at the negative attraction. I don't think neither can you get mad at any of the attraction, because you caused that to yourself. Like, she goes on later on to say that she did it for herself, but at the end of the day, I can't believe that any of that. Like, yes, I do believe that you can do that for yourself, right? But I don't believe that you can do it for yourself without understanding that you're going to get attention. You're gonna get that
because
attention.
you want it for the attention. You did it for yourself to solidify yourself in your mind that I'm gonna have to get this great attention from anybody that step out the door and see, type of thing. Like, it's not just for you. That's crazy. That's the weirdest thing to even say, to be like, oh, I did it for myself. When we know we get up every day of the week, go out here, if we dress up or put makeup on or dress a certain way or want to make ourselves look better, that we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the people that can see us. Period.
Well, I give you that. Yeah, that's facts for sure. But again, I will say, okay, so it's like this. I can understand the idea of you're a 35-year-old woman and you look at yourself in the mirror and your body is not what it was when you were 21, 22. And
If
you're
you
a
don't have
single
kids,
woman,
why is that the case?
and you're a single woman. Well, because 9 times out of 10, 35-year-old women having kids nowadays. But at the end of the day, let's say that's the case. Let's say that's the situation. And you decide you want to go get this procedure, whatever this procedure is. Well, here's the issue with that. If your body is not right because you decided not to work out or you just decided to be a sloppy person, well, once you get the procedure, it doesn't necessarily change anything. It's not going to change the habits. It's not going to change anything. So realistically, that's why I think, I mean, if you're going to do it, do it. But I think realistically, you probably need to do a self-evaluation and say, hey, what am I willing to do for this body? Am I willing to, if you get it, you got to keep it up.
Yeah, you definitely
You
do.
definitely got to keep it
right.
up. And if you don't get it, and if you want to achieve it and work for it, well, you know
It's
what
a long
to do.
process, right.
And keep track of your results, and you'll probably be going harder because you see the results over time.
But that's more respected than a woman that's going to go get a BBL for instant gratification, natural and unnatural attention.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Definitely more
anyways,
respected, and it's a different type of person in general that's doing that.
that's most women though.
Most fat people aren't really interested. They want to lose weight. They're not interested in doing what it actually takes to lose the weight. They just want to lose weight.
But that's true, and they don't even necessarily have to be fat, quote unquote. We know that as well. But
Overweight.
or
If
overweight
if
for
you're
real.
trying to lose weight, you got to be overweight. I don't think you underweight losing weight.
Well, we talking about getting BBL. At the end of the day, you don't have to be overweight to get a BBL. We're getting a BBL because we want a
Oh
better
yeah, you
body.
might be a skinny chick.
Hey, we just want a bigger body. We just want a booming, better body. That's that. Like, you don't have to be overweight or anything for that fact. You could just be a normal person.
I think it'll be a weird conversation to hear a skinny chick want to get a BBL. That's like just weird. I don't know. But
I'm
anyway,
5'5",
I mean, they
130,
doing
bro.
it.
If
They
I was to
doing
go
it.
get
They doing
BBL,
it.
people be like, "Oh, why would you do that? Go work out." Doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
Yeah, they doing it though. But at the end of the day, do what you gonna do. Hey, at the end of the day, if you watching this and you got a BBL or you thought about getting a BBL or you didn't get the BBL because you thought about getting the BBL, let us know let us know your thoughts, your comments. Drop a chat, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt. Like, subscribe, it ain't gonna hurt. We came back for round 2 of this thing, you feel me? But anyways, we gonna keep on going on this Coi Leray, Justin Laboy thing because they talked for a minute and they had a couple of different conversations in this thing, obviously. So the next thing is this.
Entire pregnancy. Do you believe she owes the world a waiting period before dating? Or does she have the right to move forward whenever she feels ready? Sorry. You didn't meet them, but they met you.
Goddamn thing.
Right.
That's one. Two, I gotta use the bathroom, but like what that means is female friends. I never met you with female friends, and if I met you with female friends, they'll be like, yeah, gang, gang, gang. But
They lived in a different
Justin,
city.
I'll knock you the fuck out. Like, we not doing fucking female motherfucking friends.
Respectfully.
Fucking talk about female friends. All right, but this is what we were saying about female friends. So,
Oh shit.
female friends. You could have female friends if I met you with female friends, but I didn't meet you. That's your answer.
Okay, babe. So, if a woman has been single during her entire pregnancy, do you believe she owes the world a waiting period before dating? Or does she have the right to move forward whenever she feels ready?
Does she owe the world anything? First of all, we don't owe the world a goddamn thing.
Right.
That's one. Two, no. When you're pregnant, if you're single, nigga, you're single. It don't matter if you're pregnant. It don't matter if you're fucking, no matter what it is. As long as you're single, you're single. You could do what you want.
Right.
All right. Now, from that perspective of things, so the question is, if you got lost in the sauce, the question was, if you're a single pregnant woman, should you wait and put a time on when you start hooking up and doing your thing and moving on with your life, or do you owe the world some type of something?
Waiting period. All right. So from the beginning, I will say I do agree. Hey, we as people don't owe the world anything. We owe it to ourselves to prove who we are as people and change over time from what we don't like about ourselves. 100% right on that part. I will agree with her. Hey, strong black woman answer. Next thing though, if you're pregnant and at any point you're pregnant and you're single, to me it's like, why would you even have your focus on another penis? Or if you're period, like, why would you even have your focus on another penis or another relationship in general? Like, why would you not even be focused on if your previous relationship, the man of the father of the child was decent enough to be able to obtain that? While that's not a focus, or why are you not nesting? Women that's pregnant, why is you out there? Why would you be outside? You should be in a house. Like, no, there's never a reason why you're entertaining another relationship while you're carrying another man's child. I feel like that's crazy work. It doesn't make any sense for her to say that at all. Like I said, to be a 28-year woman and have that same mentality is crazy. We're gonna care how long you waited to have a child. Flawed characteristic. Like, you're crazy, bro.
Um, if you a single baby mom, really need to do some self-evaluation with yourself and the higher power, because I can't imagine being a single. How the fuck are you a single baby mother? Are you single because you chose to be single, or are you single because the guy chose to leave? And if that's the case, then why are you still having the man's baby? Or is it something that you're against taking the stance on? It's my body, my choice. Because this is a problem. This is really a problem that we're growing into a baby mama culture, and it's not a wife culture where everybody is cool with being baby moms. I just was watching a DJ Academics, and he broke down this big ass cabal of all the celebrities that had kids with all these different women, and all these kids that came out are cousins of this person and brothers of that person. That's his uncle, that's his aunt, and all of these people are just in this super fucking big ass web of just what the fuck is going on, opposed to having, where I go back to that conversation where I say, why not? I always tell females, why not try and work shit out with your baby dad? Like, he was that nigga when he was cracking your shit. Why is he not that nigga now that y'all got the kids? And I know most times it's never about the fact that the dude ain't a good parent or a good dad. It's not usually never about that.
For real.
It's usually always because she decided to leave because he decided to do his thing, or he was doing too much of his thing. Well, don't you think that's kind of a weird way to think of things? Like, y'all had a kid.
But don't you like that's mostly like black culture though?
Well,
am I wrong about that? Like,
so this is the interesting thing though, because black culture is actually infiltrating all of the other cultures. See, the white people want to have kids with black men.
Oh yeah, we know. And vice versa.
And it leaves them in that same predicament, because now we have women empowerment and women have these rights and these freedoms. And I'm not saying it's wrong. However, it is wrong when you choose to use the rights and liberties the wrong way.
With
like,
your power
to take and go and have kids with a person and say, I'm going to leave, I can get child support from him.
And alimony.
I'm going to go find somebody else. Then you find somebody worse or the same. And then you go through that same cycle and you do it again. And now you're rewarded 2 people paying child support. And neither one of these dudes get to see their kid, whether they want to or whether they don't want to.
And you still feel like you can do better.
And you still feel like you can do better. So you go find another man. And now you're working on baby daddy number 3. And I've heard issues where 3 baby dads, it's already 3 baby dads, and she looking for the 4th man talking about, I'm trying to get married. And it's like, well, wait. Why didn't you get married the other 3 times or the other 2 times?
Well, she said it was trash, though. Those ones were trash.
So this is the thing that goes back to that thing where I say, if you're a single baby mom, you have to do some self-reflecting, because if he's trash and you don't want to be with him, what does that make? No, what was you then? Because if you're...
We can get an exception and pass for the first one, but once you go to the second one and then the third one, it's like, bro, why is it every other person's fault but yours? Like, clearly it's something wrong with you, and you still not acknowledging the fact that it's you.
That's after the first one. It's if you get
we can get a pass.
You get a pass on the first one. Once you get to the second guy, if that didn't work out, it's over with. And it didn't even have to be a baby dad. It could just be just your second relationship. It's just like, okay, well, now you have to take the time to actually understand. You need to reassess yourself. It's not nobody, like, granted, yes, dudes might be fucking off. They might be doing you dirty. But imagine what it is if you take the time to realize, okay, I was bringing these type of guys in. Let me change this about myself. Let me change this about myself. Let me do this. Let me try this. You know what? All right, cool.
Pump your brakes.
Women so freaked out today. In today's time, women, and I don't know if it's a new thing. It might not be new. It might just be more openly available to see.
Men are freaking them out too, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, but women hold the key to sex. So at the end of the day, women, there's...
If you're going for an older man and you're younger,
these newer ladies have a roster of 5 guys. They call them hoes. These new ladies have a roster of guys and they call them hoes. And fuck with these dudes for different reasons and different situations, and that's just what it is.
I mean, that's been a common thing throughout society, though, bro.
Right, but it's more so prevalent now than ever before, and now they've gotten so bold as to call them hoes. That's my hoe.
Oh, men as hoes.
Yes,
yeah,
that's my
because
hoe.
they use them like a hoe would, that man would use a hoe for real, as a woman.
I guess
Yeah.
the more real prevalent question is then that what is it about women that they want to be men so bad?
What is it about men that they so weak to let women run over them like that? And be used and talked to like that, like you ain't the higher up, period. Let's understand that. Like you don't like the men don't know they worth for real out here on this earth.
That's an interesting topic to talk about. Actually, we can probably save that and talk about that on another conversation. What was that question again?
Like, why is it that men are allowing themselves to be used and monopolized by a woman like they don't know their worth? The man is the head. Like they run.
I can give you a
like,
quick,
bro, let's
I can give you
understand
a
shit.
quick answer, like a quick dummy answer, and then we can go on to the next part of this podcast because this shit is gonna be stringed out.
Very long.
But the short, quick answer is the new progression of rights. No, it's just the new progression of rights, and the fact that there is really not much control or respect given on the female. Like, so the females isn't respecting men. Females don't really respect men. They don't really think that they actually. A lot of females actually do think that they can survive in the world without men.
But
actually.
why?
What? Just hear me out. So if there's no respect, then obviously there's no leadership because you can't be a leader if you don't have respect.
Because you can't depend on them.
Then you have, and that kind of goes to say maybe women have gotten into this position where they become this super independent person that they usually don't really need a guy for certain things, and it goes to their head where they don't need a guy for anything. And so now, well, the guy just gets to a point where it's like, well, shit, if I'm not useful for anything except for some dick, then
Let me turn into a bitch. I got it.
I guess that's all we have left to do. Now, again, that goes back to its conditioning also, because it starts at home. And I seen a post about this where a lady was speaking on it, and she said, it actually starts at home. You have, and it was talking about why do black men go to white women. You have the black women as mothers, the single mothers that's that are they just so bad, like they talk shit to the kid, or they might be verbal abusive or physical abusive or just neglectful, or all of these bad
And white
characteristics.
women I've seen be the same way.
That's besides the point. The fact is that they've experienced this from this side, and appearance is very different when you're looking out this way.
Yep, that's
so
true.
it gives you the impression that, okay, well, things aren't going that way over there.
Let me
Shit,
try.
I'm trying over there. And when you get in that type of situation, it is different because white people do act different. Even when they have their attitude, it's different than when a black woman has her attitude. It's complete different.
Depends on the person.
It's a complete difference. So black women tend to carry especially nowadays. I'm only speaking about nowadays. Black women tend to automatically come with a more masculine persona, but the reason they come with a more masculine persona is because the way they were raised. So they were raised they especially in a single black home, they were raised like how a man raises his son by their mothers.
Okay. Do you not recall back a long time ago, years ago, when black women knew that men had baby mamas cross town or was sleeping with this woman 4 doors down? Do you not understand that they kept their mouth closed and was humble during that time? What happened? How did that change? How did that evolve? Because black women were silent.
The mother would give her daughter different information. The daughter would learn to go to school. My daughter is going to go to college and get an education because now we have the right to go and get this education. Before I could get this education, I relied and I needed this man to take care of me. Well, now you don't need a man to take care of you. You got Section 8, you get government
I'm
housing,
talking
you
about the
get
verbal
food stamps.
stance. So
What do you mean about
the verbal stance? Because women back
The
then, they
woman
never
that-
talked. They never talked. They never
I'm
said
not going to
anything.
talk. Why am I going to talk back to a man that I need? I can't go nowhere else. I'm not. Shame was a real thing. Actually, which we could use that for our segue to the next conversation, but we got a
Feminist
couple
women
more
are
things.
are led by white women.
Feminism was
The feminism are led by
feminism-
white women.
Feminism was ran by white women. Yes, liberal white women are the death of this community, of this civilization. This whole entire thing is fucking getting
So
fucked
none
up
of
by
it makes
liberal
sense
white
then.
women. However, at the end of the day, it's again I say, black women just have a more masculine aura about them. It's not saying that they're more they are masculine, but if you pay attention, so most black families come from certain a cluster area, right? It's usually this is the black side of town, this is the hood. Again, so you think about, okay, well, what does these black girls grow up seeing? What do these black girls grow up witnessing? On the white side of town, maybe it's not that way. Maybe it's a little bit more cleaner. Maybe they seeing some of the same things,
No,
but
that's
it's not
true.
as much of the same thing.
They not.
It's exposed. All right, we have different conversations in these different households. So in a black household, your mom, and it's not your mom, but her mom said, "Hey, we have opportunities now. You need to go to college. You can get this money. You can take care of yourself. You don't need to depend on a man." Once they created these government assistance, it made it even more ways. You don't need a man. So now that you've got yourself to that position, I'm gonna teach you. That's fine. That's fine. But it's reasons for that. And this is why I said this is a whole nother conversation, because this takes us completely off the track. However, if you take into consideration, all right, government assistance, the whole welfare system was created for black people. It was a way to keep government to keep control over black people. In now times, yes, there are way more white people on government assistance. However, it doesn't change the conditioning that black people grew up in. So the conditioning is still the same. Just listen and listen. You raised by your mother is going to push you as a woman harder because she doesn't want her daughter to grow up experiencing the things that she experienced. She has a shit way of showing it because emotions take the control of her. Women are not very good once they get emotional. Overall, not all the time, not 100% of the time, because there are some women that can control their emotions. However, overall, once a woman gets mad, all hell breaks loose. You might get smacked in the face with a frying pan, and that's no cap. But you take the son, the mother always coddles the son. That's her baby boy. That's my baby. He's going to be soft now. Once he falls and busts his knee, if dad's not around, oh, babe, are you okay? Now he grows up and thinks somebody's supposed to give a fuck about him when he's down and out.
His woman is supposed to, but go ahead.
His woman is supposed to, but his woman is not conditioned to give a fuck about that in the same way, because as a man, we're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to be able to handle these things.
Because he was raised without a father.
If as a man, I continue to come to you complaining, griping, all this, well, now you think I have a period also. I might as well get some tampons and a pad also. We are the same. We're both bitches in the same house, and we can't be in the same house together as bitches. This is why you see more women separating themselves from more of the men. This is why you see more of the black women starting to gravitate more away from the black men, because a lot of the black men are growing up thin eyes and they just fucked up.
Well, too, because like I said before, the woman she doesn't know what it's like to even have or to have an actual man, because she wasn't raised by her father. The father shows unconditional love, a way that she would understand how a man operates.
So y'all heard what we had to say. If y'all disagree with anything, if y'all feel any type of way, if y'all feeling the way, or y'all agree or anything, like I say, drop a chat, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff is free to do. We ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bite your head off if you do. If you don't, I might find out who was watching. I might go do the analytics and geolocate it. Oh yeah, okay, bet. I'm about to pull up on Brody. Broski!
Oh my goodness.
All right. Next clip. Same podcast. I got two more questions.
Right. What do you consider cheating?
Liking photos is cheating. Why are you shaking your head?
I don't think that's cheating.
Why?
I don't think liking a photo is cheating. That's
Why though?
Let's cheer.
Tell me why
Can we
you don't.
cheers
I'm
for
not. I
that?
don't want to cheers to that. Why?
Because you could be scrolling on your page and accidentally like a picture.
Accidentally double tap, right?
No, you don't have to double tap. If you go like this and it's the like
Okay,
part
so
of
answer,
the,
so
and you go
listen.
like,
So this is
like
the
if you go
problem.
like this,
So this is the problem.
look.
Okay,
It
I
can
need you
like-
to
it can
comprehend
like-
what
it
we're
can like.
talking about.
No, I'm saying, but you could.
If
look,
you accidentally
do
like
it- look,
something,
but
what are you
look,
saying?
you're not-
Liking photos is cheating.
You have to.
I don't give a
listen to
fuck if it's on
comprehend.
accident.
Look, if I go like this, look, babe, can you look at me?
It's cheating.
Look,
Cheating.
you could hit the like
Cheating.
button by accident.
You can hit the cheating button. Any like that you hit on any bitch page is fucking cheating. The fuck?
Respectfully.
Hey yo, you with her? You with us? Let me know. Let me know, gang.
So that is being very viral. That's on fire right now. Everybody's actually talking about is liking a post or a picture
No, just a picture.
cheating. Oh, okay. Just a picture. Is that cheating if you like somebody else's picture? I'm gonna let you go ahead and give your thoughts and comments first, and then we gonna, I'm gonna get in my bag about that.
My God, Coi Leray, too pretty to be having this perspective. Too gorgeous for that. Like, I'm not understanding why you would be like so insecure in your mind that you would think because your significant other likes somebody's picture, like it doesn't even have to be like a certain type of picture. Just like somebody's picture, or even just like give them a compliment on the picture. Cause you be any kind of picture for real, bro. It could be a weight loss picture, but like, oh, you got a prophecy like the picture talking about that cheating. He ain't even touched the woman yet. He ain't even he might not even seen this woman in natural life before. She might be thousands of miles from you, quote unquote. That's crazy for you to end a whole relationship because you think, no, because your man likes a picture of a person that he might not even know. Like, that to me is absolutely crazy work. I would never say like, oh yeah, babe, if you like somebody's picture, you cheat on me. I don't want you no more. Whether I was in the honeymoon phase or not, like that's wild. Like you would never have a man having that thing, and this relationship won't last with them.
So I've heard so many women tell me that they think that liking pictures and posts is cheating.
Wow.
So I don't agree that liking a post or a picture is cheating. I personally don't agree that is. However, I do believe that there's levels to everything, right? So if I notice that you like every single picture that this dude drops,
Still not cheap.
I would look at you and be like, whoa, man, you really you fucking with bro, huh? Like you really like this nigga, huh? And yeah, it's different for women and guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a band. So if you're liking God's picture, I'm probably about to be like, nah, bro, what the fuck you got going on? Like, what you trying to send him a bad signal or something? You trying to let the nigga know you impressed with him or some shit? Like, it really depends on the picture and the context of everything that's going on, for sure.
Right.
For sure. It can't just be a picture of Buddy with his daughter at the park or some shit, and you like the picture, like, okay, no, that's not. Now, if a nigga,
That's kind of suspect.
if the nigga at the gym working out and got his shirt off, flexing his muscles, and you like that, okay,
So-
whoa. Are you fantasizing? Or like, what the fuck is going on?
I'll give you an example. I had a Facebook friend that I went to school with. He used to be a big person. He started going to the gym, getting himself fit and looking better. He posted a before and after picture. He had on shirts, bow tie, not flexing no muscle, not showing nothing at any point. And I gave him the arm. That was
Right.
it.
But
But
that's like a comment, right?
it's just the arm. Like,
That's a
hey,
comment though, right?
yeah, like
Alright,
you
so
bossing
boom.
up, cool.
Like I say, it's levels to everything that you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, me, I'm not really heavy on social media. I'm not about to be sitting here checking my girl's social media activity to see what she doing, this, that, and the third. So
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, it's like it would have to be like something that comes across and be blatant to me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit, okay, bet. And then I'm gonna see it again maybe next week. I'm like, oh shit, okay, she really fucking with bro.
The same person.
Yeah, it's the same person. I'm like, okay, she really fucking with bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go to dude's profile and I see she liked all his pictures. I'm like, okay.
Commenting on posts.
Yeah, nah, this bitch she probably talking to this nigga for sure, or she trying to talk to this nigga or some shit that happened. But again, like I say, it's different for men and females. If a female sends a like to a guy, I believe that's the bad signal. The bad signal is letting the guy know she is interested,
In that
and
inbox.
the guy will slide in her inbox for sure. Vice versa, is a man liking a female's picture, it gets water under the bridge. The bitch posted it for attention. She really trying to get the clicks. If you like it, just be tasteful with the shit you liking if you're in a relationship. Don't be sitting there liking and her busting it down for a real nigga. Like,
Right.
don't
It is a
don't
monogamous relationship.
don't be
Yeah.
doing that, my nigga. Like, that's kind of wild. Now, again, what you just said, if y'all have that type of relationship where she know what type of times you on and y'all good, y'all whatever, I mean, shit, it's no harm, no foul. I don't really be. I know. I don't, like I said, I don't be on social media like that. But if I see something I like, I'm liable to push the button up. Nothing crazy, nothing too out the world. But at the end of the day, I've been knowing Shorty since Jit. You feel me? Like, this is almost a 20-year run type shit. So it's like, we got a different understanding. We have a different type of thing going on over here where
Problems is different.
it's a
That
little,
bullshit.
we ain't sweating nobody on the social media. Like, I don't
Petty
give a fuck.
bullshit.
Now, I will say, if niggas sliding in your DMs, I'm kind of questioning that. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? Like, niggas gonna slide in your DMs, but what you saying back to this nigga? Did you reply? Is you saying anything? Because that's when I get it. That's when I would be upset. I'm upset if my bitch is replying. I don't even want you to say hey. Don't say hey to none of these niggas. If you ain't with it, man, shit. Even the niggas you went to school with, I damn near don't even want you talking to them. But I know them niggas, so I ain't tripping. But
Yeah, I feel like that's all wrong. He looking at her like she have crazy. This
the
relationship.
producer
like I said.
fucked up for saying respectfully in the background. He
For
a bitch,
sure.
he a simp. I know he probably trying to backdoor buddy and get his girl. I ain't even gonna hold you. But I mean, shit, it is what it is. We about to get into this next little clip. Oh yeah,
Oh, there's one more question.
Yeah, one last clip. Is at the end. This shit was it's just funny to me. I think this was just a little funny to me. But it did spark a good conversation I had with my guy Marlon at the job.
Spending money on men only sounds bad to women who don't got no money.
I'll get you whatever you want.
No. Don't talk about me. You spent real money on other men in your past before?
No.
Look at me in my eyes.
No. I'm telling you no.
What's the most you ever spent on another man before?
Almost 100,000 on a fucking watch. I'll never do that again.
What you mean? So
Trust me. I learned my lesson. You don't gotta motherfucking tell me.
So you went broke when you met me?
I never went broke, baby.
Give me a strawberry, baby. Give me a strawberry. Cause like, why would you spend 100,000 on another nigga who ain't treat you as good as me?
Why I would go broke
But then
if I
don't
spent
spend 100,000 on me.
What you
Let me
mean?
get a strawberry.
I spent
Give
a
me
lot
strawberry.
of money on
Give me a
you.
strawberry.
You wanna see my
You ain't
statements?
spent 100,000 on me.
I spent a damn
You spent
near.
100,000.
Nigga, check the fucking receipt. Hold on. Come here, you want strawberry? You want me to check the motherfucking receipts? You want me to
Please
call
check
the
'em.
motherfucking accountant?
You think you spent the same on me than you spent on the niggas in your past?
Why are you worried about niggas in my
I'm
past?
not, but if you spent 100 on them niggas, you better spend $1 million on me.
Baby.
Now get up and feed me, matter of fact. Fuck that. Get up and feed Jus Laboy. Treat me like the king that I am.
I'm like, ladies, listen to your man.
Why are you sucking all the juice out the strawberry first? You can say the strawberry.
talking. You got your bitch on the
All
set with
right,
drawers
so
on. I'm
with that being
confused.
said, you know, she said she dropped 100 bands on a nigga, but she lied at first and said she ain't never spent no real money, but we gonna circle back to that later on, I guess. She said she spent 100 bands on a nigga, but she never do it again. So my question now is, how do you feel, or what would you say if I said to you, you know, I used to do, I don't know, I can't even think of anything for a guy because it's kind of weird.
What?
Let's say, okay, do you think that, um, damn, that's kind of, I give you the conversation I had with my homeboy because you're a female, so it's kind of hard to give you a
Hey,
question because
drop it.
it's kind of weird.
Drop
But
it.
anyway,
I
so
know how to
buddy,
take myself in and out of context. Let's do it.
right, but buddy said, so I asked Marlon, I said, what if a girl said that she spent $100,000 on a nigga prior to you, but after that happened, she'll never do it again.
Mm.
His reply to me was, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Mm.
I said, okay.
Mm-mm.
He said more, he gave more context. But
Mhm.
the next part I said, okay, well, let's ask this now. What if you found out the girl that you with, she put you on a 90-day wait? You had to wait 90 days before you can get the coochie.
Mm.
But prior to that, prior to you, your homeboy already didn't crack, and he gave you the one. He gave you info and said, "Yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. She was going, like she was going. She was letting niggas crack first day, first week.
Mm.
Nah, they ain't on 90. I never heard of the 90-day thing, right?
Mm.
Do you feel like how do you feel about that?" And um,
Mm.
he basically said, you know, if that's what how she rocking, that's how she rocking. I'm like,
Okay.
well, that's all right, bro. I'm keep it a band with you. Myself, my nigga. I'm not about to wait 90 days for no coochie first and foremost, especially if I'm knowing that you've been fucking prior to me
And you got a kid.
and you got a kid.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck am I waiting 90 days for? Did you make nigga wait 90 days? And I ain't even tripping about what nigga did because I don't know what nigga did. But shit,
It ain't like you're
man,
18 either, so
you coming to me with
Mhm.
more baggage than you came to him with. I
Mhm.
got to deal with more of the problem than he had to deal with. So what you mean?
Mhm.
So when I heard that myself, I'm just like, whoa, I'm
Mhm.
done with you already. Like, what you mean you ain't gonna drop 100 bands on me? Don't you think I'm? And he asked the question, don't you think I'm better than him? Which
Well, she said, "I'll
obviously,
get you whatever you want," but
but that
then
was
she said, "I
before.
would
That
never
was
do that again."
right. That
Quote
was before
unquote.
she told the lie and then said,
Well, brought out the 100 band. He had to expose the 100 band situation too, though. Too.
Do you think that she should? Do you think that if she wants to take him seriously in a relationship,
Mm.
that she should drop bags on him like she dropped on her previous boyfriend?
So my answer is going to be kind of complex. So at the end of the day, like I do understand, like, and this is a woman's perspective from an emotional standpoint, and that's the only way I can give it. And I'll comment on old buddies as well afterwards. But from a woman's perspective, if you messed up the first time, right, and you went about things a certain way to where you gave up the box too quickly, things went wrong, you end up having a child. Now there's an emotional trauma, there's all this extra stuff, right, that collides on top of that. So moving forward, you're like, okay, in your mind, now how would I be able to logically or emotionally be able to, from a woman, emotionally move past this to make a better decision the next time? So in her mind, it's like, okay, if I wait 90 days to give a man the box, or if I don't do what I did in my last relationship out the gate, then this is gonna solidify a better relationship for me. And this is just the woman's thinking. Unfortunately, it might not be, and that's not what men want to hear because they don't get it that way. But from a woman's standpoint, that's the respect that she's giving herself, quote unquote, because she failed the first time. You see what I'm saying? So in that defense, that's hard. I would say now in this stage of my life, like, okay, if you gave it up the first time, bro, you need to solidify this good man that you know is right here. So you better be giving it up a hell of a lot quicker because you need to fucking lock this in, okay? And you got a kid, you need to lock this in. On the opposite end of the spectrum from the man of what you said and was like, oh, if it's heard and let it do what it do. Hey, more than likely, he's just one of those agreeable type of men. He's probably more simped out and you know, he's dealt with certain types of females and he's more accepting to certain things that come from black women, quote unquote, because this is more of a black woman characteristic, I feel like. But anyways, like, they're more acceptable to that. That's why he probably said what he said. Now, whether I would put up with that, like, no, bro. Like, if you give it away, like, bro, you about to give it away again more quickly because I'm better than that nigga. I can offer more than that nigga. And not to mention, if you dropped 100 bands on him, bitch, you about to drop 200 bands on me because I'm way better. And I'm gonna make that a reality, make it believable to you that I'm worth more than that too.
To what you said, I would say, you know, when you carry in the past traumas into your new relationship, that means you're not ready for a new relationship, first and foremost. Second of all, I don't believe that it's the sex that makes a man go or stay. Now, careful when I say that, because, you know, that is not 100% true in its entirety. Basically, meaning that if you think that sex is the reason why a person will stay with you, or is the reason why a person will love you, that's kind of that's not really the thing, because you can get
three main things from a man.
You really can get sex from a lot of people, to be honest with you. But
it's only more value from a person you care about, though.
It's more about the other things, the intangibles that we care about. So if you
Loyalty.
decide to give sex in the first week, right, and that's your barometer, you do that. Well, I don't think you would even have to worry about going and have to have sex with another person in the first week if you're doing the things that you need to do to solidify a relationship. Now, as I said earlier,
or if you're focused on that relationship.
Women hold the key to sex. Men hold the key to a relationship. So to get sex, a man has to appease the woman. Meanwhile, if a woman wants to have a relationship, guess what she has to do? She has to appease the man. She has to acquiesce to the things that she wants to get to things that she wants, or she has to acquiesce to the things he wants to get the things that she needs.
Yeah, but the woman has to do less than the man has to do.
What?
The woman has to do less in a relationship than a man has to obtain what you just said.
Well, what does that matter? As long as she got what she wanted, right? And he get what he wants, I think it's an even trade-off, right?
All right.
I mean, like, just keep it a band. Okay, what is it? What is it? You say, what is it?
Sex, loyalty, and what's the other one? What could I say? I mean, shoot, feeding me. I mean, shoot, I would just say, like,
sex, loyalty,
being a caregiver, basically.
Sex, loyalty, submission.
That's
as long as you
simple.
those three things, but it's not simple, because if it was so simple, a lot more women would be submissive. A lot more women would be loyal. A lot more women would not have 3 and 4 baby dads.
That also depends on the type of. That's also depending on the type of man as well. As we go back to that, depending on the type of male, a lot of women are not willing to submit because the man is not leading the proper way. He wants this and he wants that, but he's not giving what he's supposed to be giving.
Well, then that means that
the proper
what does that mean?
Hey, you're looking at the wrong man, which also ultimately goes back to the fact that the woman was not raised by a proper father or did not have a father, because she doesn't know what that looks like.
Advice. She got bad advice, so she need to come to Just The Facts to get the right advice, to get the real facts, to understand how she can understand and how to keep and maintain a good, strong, healthy relationship. Deal with all the bullshit y'all gonna deal with, get through all the aches and pains, and 20 years later, you'll be looking like me and T. Just the facts. That's just the facts,
pains, bro.
That's just the facts. At the end of the day, there's so many countless stories that we can sit here and tell you of all the shit that was like, man, you know what, man, look, you know what, fuck this. I don't even know if this the one, man. I don't even know if I can do this shit no more. But at the end of the day, like I say, 20 years later, you get to be J and T.
That's actual love, and it's not in love.
But it's not about that. That's the whole point. That's the whole mission. That's the whole objective. The goal is to get to that point and understand how to get to that point. You can't get to that point if you don't have any guidance, any understanding, or any fucking fathomable reason. Like, you don't even know what love really is or being in love is, so we can't get to that stage.
I would say that's harder for a woman, though, for sure, to be able to do. to, you know, be actually love a person versus being in love. Because from the very beginning, women feel those butterflies and that desire to be with that opposite person like so strongly till it's dang near sickening.
Well, with that being said, I think we covered that pretty much. I'm not gonna go back to no more Corey and
Coi
whatever his
Leray,
name
and I don't know
is.
who he is.
But my next question is: women still have shame in 2026. We seen your girl Sexy Red drop this song called "Just Eat It." I don't know if she's gonna actually get it to come out though. I'm not
I don't
sure.
know nothing about all that.
But I was scrolling on Facebook earlier today and I came across this post. I don't know if it's AI. This shit looks so fucking crazy to me. It can't be real. I'm gonna just keep it a band. Like this shit just can't be
That
real.
mirror is dirty
But
enough for it to be real.
I'm gonna drop this picture. I'm gonna let y'all see this shit and y'all let me know. Like, god damn. Like, this woman. The thing that I seen that killed me off right here was this shit right here. Like,
Oh, you zoomed in.
nah, I didn't even have to zoom. You don't have to zoom in
Oh,
to
that
see
stuff
all
on
that.
on
What
the
is this?
bed.
What is this on her bed, bro? Like, is that
Ass dust or what?
man? Is that booty do or what the fuck is that? I thought I had to. Oh man, I lost the page. Anyways, then we have this lady here. She been pregnant at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24, and she wants to tell her story. But she's dancing along in the thing like I don't know, man. Do you think women have shame anymore?
No. Because you have people like Coi Leray and all these young gen females that are making and even down to Cardi, and I like Cardi B low key, but it's like you got people like that in the music industry that, you know, our younger generation look up to, that's influencing being a baby mother and thinking that it's okay. And then you got Future in songs for men talking about eating Plan B's and effing B's raw. So it's like all that is just like not helping anything. Women have no shame. They feel like everything's okay for what they're doing because it's acceptable to be who you are.
It's acceptable to be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can be anything.
You could be a tree,
You can be a cat. You can be
a cloud
dog.
in the sky.
And we let that shit pass. We let it go. We glorify. We justify. We make all the reasons, all the excuses for it. We praise it. We just do all the debauchery. Yeah, and I don't really think women have shame at all in 2026. I believe if you wouldn't get arrested for it or any penalties or anything, I believe women would just walk down the street asshole naked for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well,
Like,
don't they do that in some states already?
no, they not doing. You
Prostitution
can't
wise,
do that nowhere. They got
they
something
near
on
half
you.
naked
Yeah, you
prostitution.
got lingerie and stuff on, but like I don't know, man. This
Good
in
enough.
this culture, it's taught for a woman to go get that bag by any means, degrade yourself by any means. I heard who was the girl that said something about she would let somebody shit on her? What's her name? Young Miami. She had a whole podcast. She said she would let somebody shit on her.
It was on her podcast.
No, not on her podcast. She was on another person's podcast. I think it was Tea Time. I don't know exactly where that damn thing is. Let me see. They say they do anything for the money. I don't know where it's at, but long story short, bro, I know she said she would let them shit on her for the right price if the money is right. And
Anybody randomly?
yeah, if the money right. And a long story short, I mean, that's kind of the running thing that's going on with the women in the industry. They go to Dubai and these sheiks are shitting on them for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. So,
Well, people have different fetishes for sure. So
yeah, but this shit on me is never gonna be a thing. I'm
never.
not going for this
I
shit
couldn't
at all.
degrade myself that for sure. That's a bit much.
No. Which actually brings me to my next point of, do you think you can be tempted by something you don't like?
Mhm.
You think you can? Like, give me an example of something you can be tempted by that you don't like.
I feel like we can say we don't like something and never have even really physically or tangibly tried it. My thing is like I feel like the right person can step into place and convince you. I think we watched this on something. Oh, matter of fact, earlier today with that story. Oh, that your shirt is purple, but you know it's orange. I do sincerely feel like there are people out here that are mass manipulators that could literally convince you to do something that you don't necessarily like to do, for sure, because they can make it sound so good for you. I do believe that.
Yeah, no, I can't say that. I think that it is not something, if you don't like it and talking about with something you genuinely know you haven't even, I can give an example of this. I'm gonna just give a clean cut example of this. As a man, I know for a fact there is no nigga in this world that could ever tempt me to do anything sexual with him ever in life. Ever in life. I'm never going for that. I've never tried anything with a guy.
No amount of money.
No amount of money would I ever do anything gay with it. I'm not kissing you. We ain't doing no sword fighting. We ain't doing no booty bumping. Nothing.
I would say for a female, that's probably a little bit different because.
Well, yeah, for sure. Y'all, I told you, I think women are equal. But women have to be equal one if you think about the Adam and Eve story. If you believe in that, when the reason why temptation even happened. But I think women,
he was supposed to listen to what he was already told. He chose not.
Right, he was tempted by a woman, which was
so evil. That was his fault. For real, inevitably.
Look, that's besides the point. That was the temptation of a woman that was tempted by evil.
So I know for a fact we can be tempted by something we don't like. He knew right from wrong. He knew it was wrong. He still did it.
So do you think that you as my woman can tempt me with a good time of pegging me?
Pegging you with what?
Exactly.
Because I'm not doing that regardless, and that's not a good time for me.
It's not about that. Okay, let's.
What? What?
Women ask a nigga to lick their ass. Okay, you're not gonna tempt me with that. That's gay. I'll get that as gay.
I would never even try to attempt you because I'm not doing no nasty shit like that,
That's what I'm saying. As a man, I know as a man, I don't believe that as a man you should be able to. It can't not. It's no way that you can ever tempt a man with something that you don't like.
Heterosexual man. Let's say
no, because if you like that type of stuff, then you like that type of stuff.
Bro, if you're a heterosexual male, I'm sorry, you're not getting your ass played with.
That's not okay. Let's take it off of that. Let's think about anything else. If we talking about food or maybe I don't know. I can't think of anything.
We can dress food up a certain way. Hell, I've dressed food up a certain way for you. You told me you didn't like something. Hey, people can be easily manipulated, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
You can't put pork in my food.
That's different. We can smell that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm saying.
Factors.
No, because you're talking about things that you like, foods that I might not have tried, or I might not have had this way or something, or I might not have had them the right way. And maybe you can turn them, you can cook like a person can cook catfish, right? Mm-hmm. But the person they got the catfish from the first time, that shit was terrible, and they say I ain't never eating it again. Mm-hmm. When you cook some catfish, they smell good as fuck. And do you think you could tempt that person to eat catfish? I'm pretty sure you can.
Yes and no, depends on the type of person. If they're not
allergic to it, I'm pretty sure you can get them to try.
Yes and no, depends on the type of person. But I will also say, like I said, you can manipulate and tempt a person to do anything.
As a woman to a man can get a man to eat catfish regardless. If she cooked that shit in her kitchen, it smells good. She
Hey.
come to that man with that fork. He gonna tell her no. She gonna say, come on. He gonna tell her no. She probably pop a titty out. He gonna bite that goddamn fork.
You might try it for
I'm
sure.
just saying, like, you could tempt that man to eat that fish, for
Right.
sure.
So that's my point in
you
general,
can't-
that
but you
people
can't
can't be
use
tempted.
pussy to tempt me to go do mess with no guy. So I don't believe that you can really tempt a person on something that they stand fast on saying that they definitely know that they don't like without a shadow of a
Depends
doubt.
on the
If
age.
there's an inkling of you liking it, or if you have a curiosity of it, you will try it.
I feel like that also depends on the age as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors on that question. I feel like in general, we have knowledge.
It goes back to curiosity. I think it's curiosity.
Hey, we all
Curiosity will be
curious
what
about
killed
stuff.
that cat.
Yeah, a
But-
lot of us are very curious about things. And we
Anyway,
can also be easily manipulated, as I stated.
with that being said, you know, we've been on here for a little grip, and I don't think you have any local stories. Did you find any?
Not that I wanted to talk about that was actually popping off.
Okay. Well, if y'all know anything about Alicia Pointer, her killers, her torturers, they got sentenced recently. She was from Cleveland, East Side. No, this was an East Side murder on the East Side of Cleveland back in 2021. Yep, November 2021. They had burnt the house down. The people were sentenced.
3 of them.
They were sentenced a few weeks ago to life.
Yep, it took that long.
They got life. 3 of them got life, and 3 of them got like 22, 25, 28, 23, 28 years.
Yeah, if you know anything about crimes, you know, like, people sit very long for murder sentences before
Yeah,
they
I just
actually
think
get a
that,
conviction.
I just think that was a sad situation that happened with that girl.
Yeah.
But
She had nothing to do with that.
yeah, we don't have any local stories for the day. And my hot take, I think I already said it, that women just need to have less experiences. If you got a baby daddy and you single right now, you probably need to go try and talk to your baby daddy, and y'all need to figure out how to fucking work that shit out, because niggas don't really want you for real, for real. I'm not gonna care. Like, niggas ain't going for that shit, man. We can't be taking care of other people's kids. Nigga, y'all gotta stop taking care of other people's kids, for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
And I will also say too that, like, if you're battling certain situations where you're not able to see your kids, that men, y'all might be doing the best you can, but unfortunately, you gotta do better. Because we live in Ohio, understanding that women get 100% custody of a child. Child support doesn't make a difference whether you're paying it or not. So you still have to go to court and sue that woman just to be able to have rights to see your child. So make sure we're fighting to the full capacity if it's something you want to do.
With that being said, it has been just the facts, nothing but the facts. So help me God. Again, like I said, you know, we got that email. Go ahead and drop me a, you know what I'm saying, online. Let me know if you're interested in getting a custom built overlay. You know, these flashy fly things, you can control how that thing go. You can get a nice color scheme, drop the logo on it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go on the website and get the pre-built ones. I'm building you a custom one, special for you. Special for you. So holler at me when you ready. When you ready to up your game, make some serious investments into yourself. That's the only way you succeed in life anyway. Be on the lookout for Just The Facts, or not Just The Facts, I'm sorry. JC Fits clothing line. The website will be coming soon, along with the beard balm, facial cream. You dig? I don't think it's a facial cream, but we'll get back to you when it's a little bit more details on that aspect of things. I think that's a little more out project, but everything else is coming fast. But it's like a locomotive. The year almost over with, but it's been real kicking it with you. I appreciate you for watching us, chilling, spending some time with us, giving you the time, dropping them chats. Dropping them chats. You know what I'm saying? I need them comments. I need that shit loaded up. If you watched it, I don't give a damn. If you just say, hey, put a comment. Put a goddamn comment. It ain't gonna hurt you. Holla at your boy. It's been real. Jay signing up.